Okay. Twitch notifications a bit delayed. Is the sound coming through? Is the sound coming through? It is. We're good. Okay. What it is I forgot to change. There we go. Change. Um. Also pings your YouTube videos with your YouTube stream. Huh. Interesting. Hey, Deagle. What am I up to? That's a great question. I haven't really thought that far ahead yet. I'll probably just, like, do some keys and stuff, but... I just wanted to make sure this was working, and it seems like it is. Hopefully, when I close this, it won't close the streams. Okay, we're good. Yeah, okay. This is my first time streaming with regular OBS, and then I set it up through Restream so that I could stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And I believe the chat will work between each. I'm a little disturbed that the color coding isn't working, because I know I specifically turned that on. See if I can fix that. Oh, there's also different... Ah, okay. Give me a second here. I'm gonna see how this looks. You'll be casting F. I won't be playing my main when Midnight releases. I'm waiting till Michelle gets home. So, I'll probably be leveling my second DH, my Druid, maybe other things on stream. I feel like I need a background on the chat. Just want to make it shorter. How do I do that again? No background, please. Okay, no background. I think I need chat as its own little box. Sorry while I mess with this. Okay. Turning the scale down helps. almost good to start doing things. Okay. I think we're good there. I'm gonna want a thumbnail for that, too. What's the add-on that's showing your ability usage above your action bars? So there's a few of them for this. I should probably change to one that's made just for it. But mine's part of enhanced QOL. And then it's where in here? Action tracker. This is the only thing I'm using from this whole thing, which I probably should use more. You know, those seem useful. I don't know if that still exists, Deagle. Am I using Rest XP in retail, leveling just hand-free? I think I'm gonna do it freehand. I prefer the square minimap. Okay, you know, I haven't gone through this add-on, and I probably should. It's a fucking quality of life add-on. Retail has built-in Questy. That's basically true, but that's not really what Rested XP is either. I did finally get Questy and try it out on TBC, and, like, I should have had Questy with Rested XP in hindsight. Like, it's just something where I should have had both, but Rested XP is not the same. That thing is, like, written list instructions telling you exactly what to do with pinpoint precision of where you go for certain things, and Questy just does not do that. Not nearly the same. But yeah, I think, like, I'm in no rush. I'm gonna level maybe 2, 3 characters tops before Michelle comes back. Probably 2. And then I'll level my main with her. Alright, what I need to do before I get started is I want to make sure that the live stream on YouTube is, like, working. Or rather, at least that my chat is. I know the stream is working. But I don't think I can pull it up myself, oddly. Yep, maybe I can. Love that trusty arrow. Exactly. I just follow the arrow for everything. Okay, live stream's here. Perfect. Think we're good. Should probably have this pulled up in case I need to do things. Anyone know how long it'll take to level? I can ask around, actually. Hello, Rory. Okay, that's weird. I appreciate you, because I was freaking out that it wasn't working. And fortunately, that is not the case. It makes sense, but I guess I'm on my own block list from showing up on my own chat. Okay. So, ain't no way when I drag YouTube it does that. Okay, well, do that, repause. Okay, I should be good. Could just ask you to show up on your YouTube chat. I figured me typing there would work. Your target macro / mob markers disappeared in Netherstorm 67 to 69. I didn't have that issue. Honestly, I would recommend update the add-on if there's an update, re-grab your guide, and then import it again. Is what I'd suggest. Can you show your towns real quick? Yeah, I don't even know what build I'm in. Okay, this is M+ build. Wowhead's updated to level 90 now, so it's a little awkward. Oh, that reminds me. I need to update Nightbot. Why Scream Brutality? In short, there's no way to get around playing this. You're going to lose a lot more playing around and using Burning Wound, and if you don't take Scream Brutality, you're going to lose a metric shitload of damage through Immolation Aura. Thank you for the resub. Greatly appreciate it, Dean Paul. Oh, I don't have a little... Okay, hold on. But if I pull up my Stream Manager, I can always use that. Essence Break and Prepatch now? Yeah. Yeah, definitely levels Havoc as well. Just that section's broken for you? That's so weird. That's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll now stream, but I'll have... Wait, can I pop out this activity feed? I think I can. Oh. Well, that solves all my problems. Never mind. Thank you for the follow flipping. Actually, there's no way OBS doesn't have an activity feed. Yeah, I'll set it up some other time. For now, I'm glad this is working. Yeah, if you just want to play dev, I mean, that is a good reason, honestly. But if you're trying to go fast, I definitely think it's going to be a Havoc angle. Hello, Ashima. Okay, what I was going to do was go to my Nightbot and set up a command for the guide stuff. So give me a second here. Hey, Oshad, could you show one time the Voids card build that we play until midnight comes out? I could link you to a key I did on it. I gotta be so real. I hate that build. I hate playing it. I don't think it's... For keys, I don't think it's better. For raid, it absolutely is for now. But god, that shit is cringe. But maybe in a little bit. Okay. So I need that one, and then I need... Well, does this work? I need... Okay, my own chat hides me typing. I don't like that. And it hides commands. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Now I have a guide command. Surely that's working. I closed the page where I would have been able to see that. Thank you for the resub, Wu-Tang. Greatly appreciate you. Okay, guide command's working. We're good. I'm just gonna change my chat so it shows it, because this is gonna bother me more than I think there's any gain for them being hidden on stream. Thanks for the follow. So I do that through appearance. Okay, I changed the filtering. Thanks for the follow, Ray of Light. Do some use Trinket with the Hunt, or it's a separate thing? It's a separate thing. The Hunt is more just like pressed on cooldown. You don't really do much with it, and it's not a significant portion of your damage. Your Trinkets, you need to... Unfortunately, they need to be separate on their own keybind, and you press them before you I-beam, going into like a metamorphosis window. So where you do like I-beam, Death Sweep, Annihilation, because so much of our burst is before you actually press meta. So there's no time that you want to bind it into another button on Havoc. And yes, I will make a level command now. Leveling? That sucks, though. Yeah, but it's something you'd have to get used to be honest. It's sorry, but it's kind of the way it is, unfortunately. Oh god, my chat changed. I don't like it. That took forever. I changed that like 15 minutes ago. Ugh. I need to keep messing with this for a bit. Yeah, I don't like it either. I kind of actually hate that. It's really hard to see the settings on this. Let's see. God, it doesn't help that it's got a white background. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put a background on it for a second, so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay, let's see. Wow, that looks terrible too. Don't want that. Do not want that. Nope. Ew. Maybe, but that takes so much space up. I think it has to be a compact. We'll try this one. I actually like to look at this one. I'm putting a little background on chat, though. We'll see how it looks when it updates. It's going to take a bit. I saw Petco and some tier lists. They put Havoc around B or low A. Do you think this is fair? Yep. I put Havoc right at the bottom of A on Max's tier list, so that's kind of where I expected it to be for now. Keep in mind, we're going to get tuning. I made a video talking about this too, but we're getting class tuning on the start of Heroic Week, end of Heroic Week, and then the next 2 weeks as well. So that first tuning pass could be significant. Like, that's the one where it's like, we have no idea what's going to happen. The other 3 I expect will just be bringing stuff closer together. Thought it was second C tier. That was the tier list. That was certainly my best work. Okay, let's see. Don't need that. Perfect. Is there a class that genuinely uses on use is really weird? What do you mean by weird? I think most specs are able to macro it into their cooldown because, you know, they press their cooldown, then they do damage. It's just for Havoc, it's baked into resetting so many different things, and you do so much damage before it, that it doesn't make sense. I imagine there's only a few specs where that's really the case. Hello, Zetsu. It is the last day of the War Within. Buffering. Uh-oh. Has the stream been having any issues for anyone else? Will the mount still be obtainable until March 2nd? It's expected that that should be the case. It has been the case in the past. But I would not rely on it. I tried to play Felskard having keys. I kept getting all my buttons locked after I-beam most of the time. Is that one of the bugs? So that's a general Havoc bug, and not just Havoc. As far as I know, this is other specs. It's actually a macro bug. So it's... And I'll go do keys in a second here and see if it happens to me, but when that happens, it's your stop macros not working correctly, and you would just need to remove the macros off all your abilities. They were broken for a while before, but for me, it's been fixed, and now I'm hearing, like, really sporadically that it's broken for other people at random times. I don't... It just sucks, because, like, I don't know what to recommend. But if it comes down to it and it's bugging out for you, then you really can't play with macros, unfortunately. Oh, right. One thing I was doing before I was... It might be a ping thing. I don't think it is. Get the quest log and dump those bags before you head to bed. Hey, my bags are... okay. In Europe playing in NA, so it might be the ping. It shouldn't be. Okay, at the very least, everything up here is getting sold. A lot of this stuff could go on the auction house. Sparks could be useful, you don't know. Definitely don't need those. Yeet. Yeet. Definitely yeet.
All prices here are reasonable.
Classic engineering.
Be well.
Sorry, what the fuck is that? Goodbye, goodbye. Gonna keep that one. Goodbye. Gonna keep this one too. One day I'll certainly go back for my 1500 chitin. Alright, let's go take a look. Can use a bunch of this random stuff. Some of this is for making housing items, though. Nice, a massive turkey leg. A lot of it's also just waste. Alright. I got rid of a lot of the random bullshit. You guys can't be mad at me anymore. I know I need some of this stuff for crafting, and I'm still getting rid of it. L. I don't know what that's for exactly, but I think I can buy T-Mog or something with it. Various pieces of lumber. That actually gives 6 agi. The infinite one gives 2. Sorry, I was looking at chat for a bit. You know what you get after you do the 1500 quest? It's a mount, as far as I know. Just tuned in. I'm getting Havoc as a way for leveling? Yes. Yeah, the macros are just... I don't know what it is. For some people, it's bugged now, and for some, it isn't. I don't get the bug, but then I'll have people say that they randomly get it when they were fine before. I have no idea what it is, unfortunately. Are you playing Havoc next expansion? I'll be playing both Havoc and... Devourer. Sorry. God, my brain's like short-circuiting there. Okay, just setting up my OBS so I can actually see my Discord behind it like normal. Winning Demon Hunter, don't spread that rumor. I actually made a video on that as well, Ashima. Link it here. Play Druid? I am good. Well, actually, I will be playing... Fuck. I'm literally gonna be leveling as Druid as well. Because I will be leveling Lumberwreck. My lumbering, herbing Druid. He's gonna play Holy Priest. I played Shadow Priest then Disc Priest. It's very unlikely that I play Holy Priest. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go stir my crock pot. You haven't heard a healer who's happy? I don't think that's the case for me. Also, a lot of the dread went away yesterday because they removed a lot of healing buffs from being secret origin, so that they can actually properly track stuff. I don't know if there's any like actual add-on implementation for that yet, but that's gonna be coming up. This does not look like beta keys. You are correct. This does not look like beta keys. How's it going, Melee? Chat, have 3 seconds of meta left and eyes ready. Do you I-beam right away? I I-beam right away. Because you're losing a Demon Surge, but you're gaining 30% damage on the I-beam itself by it being an Abyssal Gaze. And as well as that, it's also going to be 3 seconds less on the cooldown for, you know, when it comes up next. I would just hit it on cooldown. Try to not think about it. Any recommendations for talents to run while leveling on Havoc? Just that plus build. Pretty much what I'm in right now. Like, I'm just gonna level in this. Hey, Josh. But yeah, no, like, you're just kind of gonna slam upgrades as you go and run this. Maybe not Inertia. I have a low mover Felskard build up on Wowhead. But you'd pretty much just be swapping these out for, like, Throwglaive talents. That's about all that would happen. Came across your channel, was looking up fire guides. You're insane, my guy. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, Josh. named Bog made an M plus guide for Midnight that's tailored to each class. Like not guides for the class, but guides for probably things like what your utility and stuff does. Meowdy, Riley. I can still click it even though... Actually, it says server not found. Hold up. GG. Less GG. Nah, the link's fine. The only reason I have links blocked is for much more nefarious reasons. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's like just kind of an actual guide to the dungeon itself. There's no world I would remember all this, but this is probably very useful for a lot of people. Like the class above. Hold up. Am I dumb? Oh. Found it. That's great. This I don't think is even true though. I swear there's a disease to spell. Yep. It's like, okay, for Havoc, we can actually immolate snore off infected pinions using Burn It Out. Yeah, decurse and disease to spell would be very good. There's decurses and diseases in almost every dungeon. Not literally, but almost every dungeon. And thank you for the follow, Badmate. I feel like such our cycle of hatred isn't properly reducing the cooldown of I-Beam for you. I mean, it is. It takes multiple I-Beams to cycle through. So, like, when I press this first I-Beam, it's going to have a 30-second cooldown. Then, when I press this next one, it'll have 27.5. Then it'll be 25, 22.5, then 20. From that point forward, it's going to line up, but you just hold Vengeful for every I-Beam. It will desync whenever you meta again because you're resetting I-Beam and pressing it after Vengeful. So that might be where it seems weird or confusing. It actually is a pretty cool website. I do like it. Hello, Soggy Vibes. Everything's good here. Make cycle base reduction. We know for a fact that's not going to happen now. I couldn't tell you why, but we know it's not going to. Since they put in that patch note saying, oh, it's intended, it no longer reduces the cooldown on the first cast now. I'm like, okay, that's a way to make something not a bug. Wait, do I not have a rested XP command? Hold up. That's a mistake if so. Give me a second on that. Oh, because I have the timer for it, but not the... Okay. I did rested RXP and rested XP. So those should all work. You're gonna miss the Dorney radio. I actually didn't really spend much time in... Wait, what city is it? Silvermoon City? So I don't really know what the vibe is there fully. I know as Alliance, I'm locked out from part of the city because I'm, you know, Alliance scum. So wait, I actually have not looked at the zones whatsoever. So we get Eversong Woods, Zolomon, Voidstorm, and Harender. Yo, maybe the den will be cool to hang out in. Okay, that makes sense that this is where Voidspire would be. What dungeons are here? This is a Dream Rift raid, so this is Chimeras. And Blinding Veil, which is not in the first season. Windrunner Spire. Mizara Caverns. What's our other... Oh, the other raids march on Quildanos. I wonder where that raid entrance is going to be. Right there. Can't help but notice that the map icons like the Shattered Dark Heart. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't miss running laps in Ouroboros. I don't miss Ouroboros at all, to be honest. You can't just make a city a perfect circle and then call it a day. It had no flavor. In the guide for rotation, it says I need to use Fell Rush for meta / death sweep for the opener, but not sure how to do it. What do you mean you're not sure how to do it? Because it's... Like, you're literally just gonna be like, okay, coming in. I did this a scuffed up way, but it'll work for what I'm doing. So, like, death sweep, Bell Rush, and then you're pressing your other buttons after. Man, the on-screen chat still hasn't changed. Is there like a button to update this I need? You need to turn the camera when doing it? You will need to turn the camera if you're gonna be getting back to the mobs, yeah. I was just about to do something and my brain's blanking. You can't call out from casting. Alright, I'm back. Got my energy drink. What does my WoW house look like? I have not been there in a long time. So chances are probably the exact same. I'm also so close to leveling. Wait. Oh no, I leveled. How did I get enough experience to level? I haven't done anything. I'll play Havoc or Dev next season. Here you go. I got a whole video talking about that. Answer is yes to both in short. In long, there's that. Okay. My house that I've done nothing with in a while. This might be something I fuck around with doing in the next bit. Yeah, depending when you last saw it, chances are nothing's changed. Oh, except maybe this. But I didn't put anything in it yet. Not gonna lie, it's been a while. I almost forgot that was there. What am I using for the Fury Gauge? That is Sensei Class Resource Bar. I have a UI video there that goes over everything. Yeah, that's it for my house for now. I'm gonna go level up my house. It's definitely something I'll put more time into in the future, especially now that I can expand it. You hear about M Plus available tomorrow now? Was it tomorrow for early access, or did they say before Season 1 starts? But yes, I did hear about it. I believe it has reduced item level, though. So it's... I think it's gonna drop veteran track gear. Instead of champ track. So it's kind of like whatever, to be honest. But it's something to do, so... Dude, when does our endeavor end? 4 days. Right?
What can I do for you? See you around.
Alright, house is level 5. When do you get Chaz to react, Andy? That's probably not happening. Havoc not looking good? Why do you say it doesn't look good? I think Havoc's well on the upper end. It looks worse than Devourer. That's the key, but that's because Devourer is fucking insane. They just had to fully rework his checklist because Blizzard low-key cucked him. I mean, these things happen.
Open for business. I have what you seek.
Anyone that makes guides, that's what happens. You feel slow as hell when you tried it on beta? Like clearing stuff slow? And do you mean open world, or what do you mean? Shad, do you think Mage is meta again? Int buff too strong? For M+, no. If Mage is meta, it's never because of Int buff. Like, they might be meta, but it's not because of Int buff. I need to stop snacking. Okay, but yeah, I don't really suspect Mage is going to be meta with how things look right now. I don't think Int buff is too strong. Like, DH buff is literally just better than Arcane Intellect. Obviously, it's like you can have both, but it's just better. Druid buff is just better, and it works on everybody. If you're playing like a melee comp, Warrior buff is 66% stronger than Mage buff. So like Mage buff is, of course, if you're just gonna play like full casters, and it's 3% 3%, but it's not super strong, and that's not what keeps putting them back in meta. I do think Mage has legitimate survivability issues now, and that's going to, especially for bad mages, really gonna be fucking them. Playing with some of them on beta has been a ride. Like, I don't know if anyone watched my, what dungeon did I do with Petco? It was Windrunner's Spire, and the mage died like 8 times in the first 20 minutes. It's legit Wizard Cleave plus Bear plus whatever healer. Everyone knows Bear's getting massively nerfed, we just don't know how much. But it's beating half the DPS specs in the game on single target. Can we start getting Apex talents at level 81? Yes. I believe it's 81, 84, 87, and 90. name the add-on that shows you purple HP and not standard. Here, I have a whole UI video right here, Richard. But this is from unhalted unit frames. Man, my chat overlay still hasn't... Hold on. Can I, like, force this thing to reload or something? Well, no, it's... It's gonna be on Restream's end that it hasn't updated my settings. Let me go double check it. What did I just hit? Uh-oh. Bring that back. Okay, I accidentally zeroed out my chat. Not working? Okay, well, I don't know, for me it's literally /UUF, and that's unhalted. But you can also hit escape, go to add-ons, or sorry, options into add-ons, and you should be able to find it in here. Really? No unhalted here? Huh. Doesn't have a minimap icon either. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's literally just /UUF. Unhalted unit frames. Which talent better for M+ to Devo? I think Annihilator is stronger. You have video guide for Havoc? Yes. Let's go do some sort of key. I kind of feel like chilling, so something reasonably low. Havoc and Dev key. Let's do Havoc first.
That Psy cartel has lost control of the docks. I need someone competent to sort it out for them.
We'll do a Devourer key after. Do you have talents from the spec you're gonna level with? I'm just gonna use the like open world mythic, or sorry, I'm just gonna use like an M+ build basically. On the Wowhead guide, there's, I assume it's up already. It should be. There's a leveling page too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Leia, what are you doing?
5, 4.
Okay, I'm not gonna have my trinket for the first bolt because I didn't have it on.
They should drop down our defenses, and our wastelanders are destroying the domes. They must be stopped. With our defenses down, there is nothing to keep the Devourer down. My people stand no chance.
Maybe I will.
I simply wish you had
I
lasted
ripped
a
and
little
died. I thought Bear was supposed to be OP. I didn't think I was gonna rip there, to be honest. I wasn't really looking for it. You're noticing a lack of damage? Look, man. These are great 4-man content. We're playing Fellowship. Let me ask for buffs, because I haven't gotten Sky Fury or, Mark yet. There we go. What is happening right now? Guys, what's happening in my key right now?
The Devourers seem to be coming from the annex. Stop them at the source, so we can return our attention to Source Tribe.
Damn, you can't just call it Fellowship. That's crazy. I was planning on playing at the start of the season, I just didn't really get the opportunity to. Been busy. I don't know what our plan is. I guess I meta this. Only had 87 articles to write. I also made a lot of videos. And did a lot, I mean a lot of procrastinating.
Look out!
In fact, most of my time was spent procrastinating. That was really important. So, you know. Wait, what is my title? Did I fuck up my title?
Calling more in.
It didn't ask me when I launched on Restream. I just realized. Look, my guild plays a lot of mayhem. Beta keys, short streak. God damn it. Okay. No wonder Melee said there was a lack of beta keys earlier. So no short stream? I don't think it's going to be a particularly long one. But I'm not planning on, like, getting off in, like, an hour or something. when does midnight release for me? Great question. I should probably look into that. I want to say it's something like 3 p.m. tomorrow. Because what? Is it 22.5 hours from now? (5 p.m. CST? Yeah, so 3 p.m. for me. And I've not been playing much WoW lately either, because my guild's not been raiding, so...
With that being dead, we can return to the real problem.
Say those beta keys, GG. Can I change it? And if so, how do I do it? I'm sure there's a way for me to do it in OBS, but I'll have to figure it out later. Oh boy, already ripping. I panicked and overwrote my, what's it called? That's a problem. Just meld that one off. Like, I'm not crazy, right? Bear is crazy right now as well. It's supposed to do really disgusting damage on Prepatch. No, it does. I remember, because I did a raid sale, and our Guardian Druid was beating some of the other freaking boosters. Alright, well, I don't know what this guy's doing, but it's wrong. I don't even have Shadow Meld this time. I'm just gonna keep hitting the mob. That was a lot of effort to just pull Sentinel anyway. Oh no. Stun these here. Start playing DH after watching your guides on YouTube, and I actually like playing it. Hell yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Uh-oh. I'm walking away from that guy. My cooldowns are up, but I don't want to send them because his pack is dying. I don't really know what to do with them because I feel like we're actually going to sit here and fight one mob now. Maybe not? We're going in. Are we going in? Okay.
They brought so many. They seek the complete annihilation of this place.
Your pursuit is pointless. Balthazar lives. My own stand. This place falls.
All of this destruction for the traitors?
I'm afraid to press buttons. Mod view is so awful. It's not great. It's not. It's not great. I don't have the shadow melds for this. Hello, Monaghan.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
I didn't press anything. God damn it, man. I actually died pressing my Ritual Forge.
Be certain they follow no further.
Oh, that's painful. I just assumed they would have B-rest me. I don't like that. That number shows up over my details. Alright, we're fine. I'm not even gonna bother asking for rebuffs. I'm gonna save meta for the burn. That's weird. Oh, never mind. There's auto attack. I didn't see auto attack in the breakdown. I thought it was just missing. It just didn't have the auto attack icon. It has the icon of my weapon, which I wasn't looking for. Is there actually a need to optimize leveling build? God, no. Not even a little. Our boss didn't die. Oh, I missed your question, Devourer DH. Yeah, pretty much just gonna be playing regular Fellsguard, and plus, maybe I probably won't play Inertia. I'll probably play Initiative and just take whatever else for talents. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, no, I have a leveling build up on Wowhead. But yeah. It's, really not too important, to be honest with you. Alright. let me quickly melt this pack. Threat is scary. So I'm gonna press blur. And meld. You think the ammo talents suck for leveling? No. What? Why would the ammo talent suck for leveling? I definitely don't agree that they suck for leveling, though. If you're ever pulling a few mobs, like 3+, Immolation Aura is good. Like, really good. And that's kind of the goal. Plus, you get a 10-yard range on it, which is also good. Does he mean range fire? I imagine he meant all of them. But I still don't think range fire is bad. It's gonna be a lot of times where it's not useful and a lot of times where it does a lot. Okay, but if mobs die in 3 seconds, it doesn't matter what you run, and none of the other available talents are gonna do more. It's not like you're dropping anything important to take Immolation Aura. It's basically throw glaive talents, your other option. Melding. I'm actually just terrified to press my buttons in this key run now, by the way. The threat has been so bad, I'm just afraid to burst. I'm spending my whole rotation staring at the freaking health bars.
You built this place on the high level of threat and questioned my wrath.
You take single target instead,
It was the only place
such as...
chance of success.
Like, there isn't really single target to take.
But destruction! You have no right to this power!
This isn't classic leveling, you have to kill a single mob sometimes. Okay, it's actually crazy you said that, because classic leveling is literally only killing a single mob ever. I don't know, hands down, I think dropping Immolation Aura talents is troll as fuck. You can, it doesn't matter, because again, it's leveling, but like, yeah, that'd be like the last thing I'd ever recommend dropping. It can seem like you're not AoE pulling. I mean... Let's see. Because all you can really take is, like, Dancing with Fate, and Dancing with Fate just sucks. Like, it's just not tuned well. And it's like, yeah, in raids, sure, you're gonna be doing it where you're mostly fighting a single target, but in Mythic Plus, or sorry, not Mythic Plus, in Open World, it's a lot more like Mythic Plus or Delves, where typically the goal is not to pull a single target mob, and even if you have a single mob to fight, their pushover. Fellsguard feels good to play as Eldrachi. I prefer Fellsguard. Personally. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. Stronger I-beam damage. There's no talent to... Like, more crit on Chaos Strike is just an awful talent. Devourer. There is no more I-beam damage, though. I don't even know what you mean by that. Unless you mean, like, Collective Anguish, but, again, that talent just sucks. I am shocked it didn't get retuned, because it wasn't made for the spec tree. It just got shoved into it with the same tuning, so now it's a dead talent. I-beam on a single target. Oh, Isolated Prey. Please, God, do not take Isolated Prey instead of AoE talents for open world leveling. Good God, no. Hello, Nelky. Yeah, streaming on both seems to be working. But no, I mean, like, I'm just gonna be honest. No, there's no world that you drop Immolation Aura talents for open world to take Isolated Prey. That is a talent that literally turns off if you have a second target to hit. Doesn't matter if it dies in 5 or 10 seconds. Well, about 5 seconds a time.
So much
What was your favorite expansion to play, DH?
supposed to honor an oath for a dying, treacherous king. But there was
I've never had someone ask that as an entire expansion.
to save
I liked Season 3 and 4 of Dragonflight Havoc, but I really didn't like Season 2 and 1. I probably would go with The War Within. And I've only played since BFA, so I didn't play Legion. Alright, Devourer, calm down. Jesus
That's
Christ.
why Cartel has lost control of the dog.
It's not that deep.
I need someone competent to sort it out for them.
That was a key of all time. Do they still not? They still don't. Does this even show the whole key? Here's BFA. It's been so long since BFA 2. Like, I definitely liked playing Havoc then. But there's a reason why it was memed on being like a 2-button spec or a 3-button spec for so long, because it really didn't have anything going on. But I did like when Death Sweep, when you hit it, actually just did good damage. That was nice. came back during Shadowlands, F. And you could dodge spells with Death Sweep. Not spells. You could only dodge physical abilities. Like, the big one, at least that I remember for BFA, was like Toll de Gore last boss. You would soak the dead shot, and then it would just, you know, miss. But it wasn't like any spell, it was very particular what you could dodge with it. It was so awful in Shadowlands Season 1. It was awful at the start. It was mostly fine by the 0.5 patch. But yeah, I played it too. I still think Torghast was a good way to treat ADHD people. I just think Blizzard really fucked up Torghast for no reason and then dropped it and like didn't do anything with it. I love roguelikes and roguelites. Like, that's the perfect exact kind of system I would love to just be able to play and like spend a lot of time in. And then they took the Torghast that we had on beta, which was like some sort of infinite scaling system. They broke it down to, okay, you do 6 levels, and then it's like, well, now it's just like, maybe by the time you start to feel like you're strong, okay, your run's over. And that was all you get. And then they made it so that you had to do it every single week or you fell behind, which they're good about not doing that anymore. Now, typically with currencies, they do, like, you know, where you have a cap that you earn up to. And, like, that's fine if we had had that at the time for earning Soul Ash and whatever, but having to go in and do it as a chore every week or you fell behind, that's where people just absolutely hate and grow disdain for content. So that was really bad, too. Technically, they did not drop it. They called it Delves. No. I don't think Delves and Torghast have any similarities other than being solo-focused content, kind of. But there's basically zero other than you're playing World of Warcraft. Because Torghast was around the powers and scaling up. And then they never really went back in and rebalanced them. They did, like, one pass on them entering Season 2, and that was it. They just, like, called it. And, like, that's a system where it could have just gotten work and tuning and been good, but it just never really saw the light of day. Once it came on live and it had a poor reception, that was it. They just kind of axed it. Wonder if Druid forgot some buttons. I'd say it's likely. I do not like that the auto attack is showing my weapon icon. I wonder if I swap them around, does it change? It does. It shows my main hand instead of the, like, melee icon. Oh, Taikinog, I, totally forgot. I don't have anything set up on the YouTube side for commands. I need to look into that. My bad. Did you have a talent build for leveling? There's one up on Wowhead. Pretty much gonna do this, though. Like, leveling build really is just gonna be... I'm probably gonna drop Inertia, because I don't want to have to press Vengeful all the time. And at that point, I'm just gonna take Dancing with Fate. Bam, leveling build. If you don't want to play Essence Break, which probably also fine, you could just drop it for, like, Collective Anguish, I guess. You're gonna do less damage this way, but, like, who cares? You'll check Wowhead. Perfect. I do have... Here, let me see if... wait, I know what to do. Hold on tight. So I'm gonna do my Prepatch command into... Oh wait, no, I want my guide command. That one. And then I can paste this over. What happens if I put this in Restream chat? Does this go into both chats? No. Maybe? Do I have my YouTube up? Hey, that works. Okay, so I can type in both chats at once with that. Sorry guys, still learning with this. This is new to me. Using OBS itself is new to me. I am not used to... Hold on. Hey, look, there's infinite me's. I am not used to this UI and layout. This is fucking with me compared to what I'm used to with Streamlabs. I don't know why the chat never updated to what I changed it to, but hopefully it will in the future. Hey Shad, thank you for the content you posted the past few months. And I wanted to ask if you're planning to post a new updated add-on VOD, or still the same from the old one. I do plan on doing it after midnight launches. I'm gonna do another UI video with everything I've updated. Because there's definitely been some significant changes for my video. Like, I don't even have the same layout on my abilities anymore. So, definitely something I'll be doing. I still don't know if I mean, genuinely, I don't like this layout because I've been doing, like, the 3 lines, or 3 different columns for so long. But this is a lot cleaner and easier to deal with, like, variable amount of buttons. So, I think it's better long-term that I swap to this, because when I swap talents around, it can all just be dynamic and it's fine. But yeah, leveling build, really just kind of looking at this. Maybe it would be better to swap into, like, all throw glaive talent. Actually, let's try that. Pretty much take throw glaive talents. Either that, or take Collective Anguish and Dancing with Fate. Kind of whatever. And then, as you level, you're just taking your Apex, putting 3 points into the bottom section for leveling, probably 2 points into Fell Rush, plus Darkness or Demon Muzzle, doesn't really matter. Taking the points down here. For next expansion, I suspect that improved Soul Rending is going to be better instead of Set Fire to the Pain, because stuff's so much less one-shotty. Also, I totally blanked over a question that was up earlier. Is there any way to make I-Beam or Void Ray glow? I'm old man and it's blue. Need to make I-Beam glow when it's ready? Help old people, come on, please. Jojo, I think you actually can in Arc UI. Let me look. So it would be CDM icons, go specifically to I-Beam, and then there's ready state, glow and ready. So if I-Beam is up, it's actually gonna glow. I don't like this, but that's a setting. And then when I-Beam's not up, it's not glowing. So totally can do that, and then you can change everything about the glow in here, but I don't want that, so I'm gonna turn that back off. Yeah, something you can do in RQI. Thank you so much. No problem. Glad to help. What map add-on you using? It looks massive. The mini-map? It's just a square instead of a circle. It's... actually just changed it like an hour ago. It's part of Enhanced QOL. And then there's a map section. Minimap and world map. Oh, it's new. That's why I never noticed it before. And then I just turn on square and minimap. I haven't messed around with this add-on too much. So let's take a look. So this would be in my edit mode then. And then I can just... saw a video saying M Plus starts 17th March. Is that right? Most info I found says 24. It should be the 24th. We should not have Mythic Plus for the Heroic Week, which is the 17th. Are you using anything for nameplates? Blizz new ones? For that, I'm using... Hold on. I have a whole UI video. I'm using Plater. Oh, I totally typed that into YouTube chat. Hold on. God damn it. Are non-channel cancel macros still buggy? Yes, but not consistently. For me, I'm not having issues with them. I know a lot of people aren't having issues with them, and then some are. In fact, someone towards the start of the stream was having issues with them. So... yeah, if you're taking time off, I would definitely do that on Mythic Week, not Heroic Week. What's the main difference between Inertia versus No Mover builds? Yep, just Inertia buff. Okay, give me one quick second with this thing first. I might use this for me. It's combat time and... okay, so I have a combat timer on here. And I can add more, can't I? Where is it? Streams. Durability. And... loot specialization. Those are the ones I normally had down here. Okay, I kind of like that. I don't need this. That's going down there. But yeah, all that's different is if you're taking Inertia, you take Tactical Retreat and Inertia. So with Tactical Retreat, Vengeful's cooldown goes from 25 seconds to 20, which makes it line up with I-Beam. And then you also get Inertia tied to it. So just more burst, and then you use it all with your I-Beam windows, which is where Felskard is doing the majority of its damage anyway through I-Beam and Demon Surges. In YouTube chat, nobody can hear you scream. Not quite true, Deke. People can hear you. And they can see you over here. I need this to change formats. I don't know. Wait, what if I do... hold on. Yo, hello? No, it's not that. How did I make it update earlier? I gotta fix this thing. It's bothering the crap out of me. I fixed it! What is that bird on the follow notification? I wasn't looking, hold up. Let's go find out together. When did I get the
Fixed it.
follow? Waiting. Pause champ. Also, thank you for the follow, Rubes. Appreciate it. Ain't no way I still missed this fucking thing.
Fixed it. Looks different.
Bruh.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
That bird? Do you have no test button? Not an OBS. I'd have to go to Stream Elements. Pretty sure that's... Is that not normally what pops up when I get a follow? Waiting for it. Yeah, no, that's normal. You look familiar to me. It's just a little guy. I wonder how often we'll be swapping between Imora, dispelling curses and diseases. Ooh. Wait, hold on. I rested XP. That actually needs to go over the chat. Oh, I never moved the chat down. Whoops. Here we go. Done. Lock. Good. Was that little guy always there? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like one of the defaults through Stream Elements. As for dispelling curses and diseases, in Mythic Plus, we will swap it pretty much all the time. For raids, I don't believe you ever have to, at least this season. But when we go to... Damn it. Okay, well, if we go to Midnight, Mizara Caverns has Disease Dispel. I want to say Nexus Point Zenith and Magisters both have a decurse. Windrunner Spire, I don't know if it has anything. I don't remember any in here. I'd have to go open that website from earlier. Do you have any clue? I know there aren't many APLs. How far No Mover is behind Inertia? My best guess, and I gotta emphasize this is a guess. My best guess is somewhere around probably 2 to 3% single target and 4 to 5% on AoE. It shouldn't be too far off that either way. How do I make this? See that. Sorry, I'm putting a panel for me that's below or under my webcam, below chat. Hey, our problems. It's going well. Kind of testing out the stream. Totally forgot to update the stream titles. Okay, how do I do that? To dashboard. You guys can learn with me. Uh-oh. Found it. Haven't caught your streams in a while, kept missing them. I haven't streamed too much lately either. I've spent a lot of time working on Wowhead Guide video stuff. Did they fix I-Beam cancel from Undying Embers? No, but it doesn't happen super frequently. It's specifically... It has to be, like, certain spell IDs of Imora that do it, so it's not, like, incredibly frequent you'll see it. They did fix Undying Embers itself using your Immolation Aura charges, so you just have more Immolation Auras now, which is very nice. Oh boy, are those Wowhead talent links updated? Let me open that. No, they aren't. Let me fix that command right now. Because I had to change those when they did the versioning change. Okay, Inertia Felskard. And the other one I need is Eldrachi Low Mover. Yeah, Wowhead guides are now updated for midnight, not for pre-patch. Okay, I updated those builds, Mellow. They should work now. And it won't be missing the talents on the left side of the tree. That was just due to versioning change. It's weird because it's going to be a full level 90 build, but yeah. Okay. So I made this panel down here. Ooh, I can align to center. That's sick. I'm gonna make another panel under my mini-map to show my ping. Okay, we're done with that. Then I want to do options, add-ons, enhance QOL. Add another panel. Back to edit mode. This expressway. Sorry, I'll look at chat in a second if you guys are saying anything important. If I get distracted now, I'm never gonna get this done. Ping and time. Oh, hold on. Oh, and I can change them per thing. Interesting. Don't want 24-hour. Show seconds? No. No. I'm gonna change this up in a second. Hot take, Felskar should get the reset on Fellblade when they VR. I don't think anyone thinks that's a hot take. Everyone wants it. Did they change something? We got back to Essence Break? Yeah, they fixed Essence Break to actually work. Chaos Theory always sucked. It was just Essence Break literally didn't work on Blade Dance. So yeah, I think Essence Break's just better. How do I want to do this? That one, fine. This one will be FPS and latency is fine. Okay. For me, I never get ping that's like really over 70. So I'll do that as low. And passing mid will be 120. That changes the color. Good. I want to rearrange so many of these little freaking things. I don't want to do this. I want this to be the size of the minimap, I think. Okay. Now I have a time... Wait, this is server time. There we go. Now we have my time. And my ping. Something else I can do is I can make this click through, which I think is a good idea. Nice. Okay, now I have a little left click. Panel ping name of add-on. This is part of Enhance QOL. I'm just kind of fucking with it. So this is by adding data panels, and then I was able to add stuff in edit mode for them. Didn't now put out a free QOL add-on as well? Yes, absolutely did. Alright, good to talk to you, Riley. Thanks for stopping by. And good night, because, yeah, there's probably not going to be going for too long. What add-on is above your action bar? That is also Enhanced QOL. So that is not data panels, not minimap, but this action tracker here is what that is. Oh shit, it's gone now. It's good. Yeah, I imagine there's a lot in here. I don't want to figure that out right now. There seems to be a lot in here. I have not really messed with it much. Oh yes, please get rid of those. Those are actually... Oof, okay. Please get a minimap button add-on. I actually think there's one in here. Hold on. I'm working here. I'm working. I think it's a minimap cluster. Realistically, I should get rid of some of these. Like, I never use SimC or Bigwigs. I don't even know which one this is. Why does it not tell me? Auctionator. Never use that. Or the Raider IO one. Or Danders. Okay, there we go. Shed, did you start getting any questions about what's the best leveling talents yet? Oh my god, yes I have. You know what, now that you mention it, let me change that in the command too. Hold up. Where's my Nightbot at? Oh, I don't have it, okay. Then we go to leveling on Wowhead. And... Midnight questing really grindy? I actually don't know, to be honest with you. I didn't try leveling at all on Midnight Beta. I like going into expansions with no idea. Which might be a little weird, but I go through a lot of effort to try that. Okay. There. Now I got a build tied to that, and that's just the build I'm currently sitting in. What else did I want to do? Oh, wait. I do remember. Hold on. If I only have Devourer gear, is it still wise level as Havoc? I'd say yeah, probably. How much mastery do I need for Dev Prepatch? I don't even have a number for you. It's mostly like you want to get around like 35-ish% haste, and then everything else is mastery and crit, ideally. But that's just damage. It's not like a playstyle thing. Haste is the only thing that'll like really matter. Alright guys, what I'm trying to do right now is get my Nightbot set up so it works for YouTube as well. That said, I'm starting to feel real fucking stupid because I have no idea how to do this. Thank you for the resub, our palms, greatly appreciate it. And hell yeah, we hit 100 subs. I think that's the first time I've done that without... I don't know how I hit it last time. I think I got a lot of gifted subs at a certain time of the year. Is that add-on for rotation just shows spells? Oh, I probably should have clarified what that's for, Ashima. That shows what I have cast, because people always ask for stream, especially on YouTube videos, so they can see my rotation. And then it starts replacing, so you can keep an eye on like what I'm casting as I'm casting it, essentially.
I need a target.
Although, is this backwards? God damn it, it reset. That's literally not...
I need to target something first. I don't have a target. I need a target. I need to target something first. I need a target. I don't have a target.
Okay, I actually like that there's a little timer on that. Keeping that as is. Okay. More enhanced QOL stuff. Let's go see. I might need that, but... already have that. Do you think it's true what Max said about add-ons for race being able to do like 80% of what WeakCores used to be able to do? Yeah, especially they weren't trying to hit most of what WeakCores could do anyways. Like, Blizzard didn't come out and shoot WeakCores in the head and say everything about this add-on's illegal. WeakCores just decided to discontinue development off of some of what they could do being removed. And because it would take a lot of work to set it back up, pretty much. Huh. I will be setting this up later, that's for sure. That's cool. I like that talent reminder. Yeah, like, what got really hit in WeakCores was stuff that was computational and would, like, literally mathematically solve mechanics for you. This add-on looks insane. What the fuck? Yeah, apparently. I literally, originally, I only got it for this. Was the little, like, action tracker. But there's a lot in here that is pretty damn nice, so... Let's see what the point of this would be. Hold up. Is that a thing you can do? You can change that? I'm gonna hide combat log, because when I hit that, it lags the shit out of my game. Wow, what does that look like? Oh, nice. Do you have your pre-patch talents anywhere? I went to your YouTube channel, but what's there isn't working for you. So, Michaels, everything is up on Wowhead. It might not be as simple as copy and pasting, unfortunately, because the builds are all for level 90. Yeah. I don't really have anything that's... I can, like, share stuff in chat right now. Like, for example, this is... Wrong button. Like, that's our current M+ build there. But yeah, like, pre-patch is done tomorrow. Having issues with the left tree. Yeah, so they made a change, like, a week or two ago where the bottom node takes 3 extra points. That's why, with this here, I've made it so it's, like, you need... Or rather, sorry. It's changed from, like, previous older builds, because you needed 3 more points to go into the top section, so you just lose Darkness. And then I drop Demon Muzzle, because it's, like, kind of whatever. But everything's just a little weird because of pre-patch, and then it'll be a lot easier once we leave pre-patch and go into midnight, and I can actually just share stuff from Wowhead and all that. Just a little awkward right now. This is just what I have for a leveling build, just because I don't really plan on playing Inertia Talents or Essence Break Open World. There's no reason. Essence Break and not GT? Yeah. Frankly, I don't like Glaive Tempest. I don't think it does good damage. It only pads. It doesn't work on bosses or, like, lower target count situations. It's bugged right now, so if you're moving when it procs, it... if you're moving when it's supposed to proc, it won't go on the ground. It just does nothing. And then Essence Break, now that it's fixed, actually does pretty decent damage, but I think when they nerfed the Fury cost to Glaive Tempest, they should not have nerfed Glaive Tempest by 25%. That put it in a really, really weak spot. Ooh, hold on, is that a thing? Okay, enhance QL. I need another data panel. It used to show my stats here. This is awkward because it's going to cover that. Okay, let me see what this looks like before I do anything. Where was that? Stats. Oh. What the fuck? Okay, well, let's work at this bit. Surely I can disable most of these. What the... What am I looking at right now? What is this? Hold on. No, I don't want parry, or dodge, or avoidance, or speed. Or block. Or leech. Good God. Or agility. Display vertically. I'll fix that after. Rating plus percent, rating plus percent, rating plus percent, rating plus percent. We'll do critical strike as... How did I have this set up before? Critical strike red. Burst will be blue. Mastery will be DH purple. Haste will be green. Oh, I can change the border textures too. I didn't realize. Or I can remove the border entirely. I'm gonna try this. I want to make the fonts a little bit bigger on here. First time since Legion, you're thinking of not playing DH? That kind of surprises me. I actually really like this version of DH. I enjoyed this one. Ended season 3592 with all 18s done in 115 Floodgate. Cannot time it for the life of you with any groups. It was such a rough key. I'm not really surprised, I guess. Alright, what do you guys think on this? Thoughts on the stats thing? Do we like this? Kind of want a border of some sort on it. I wish I could see what the hell the borders are. Not that. Hate that too. That's not right. If I make it an actual size. You'll hate that. Super Pumped Revenge, which you played it so I could use your content to learn all the good tricks for that spec too. Yeah, I think it's unlikely that I play any Vengeance anytime soon, but I have in the past, so I can't really rule it out entirely. It's been a while though. What if we take this? How's that? No, I don't like the look of that either. Hard to read on 720? Yeah, that I could see. That I could definitely see. That was always there, our bombs. In fact, this used to be 5 instead of 3. They nerfed this at some point during the War Within. I want to say it was like going into Season 3? That's why Felskart is absolutely never Fury Starved during meta. Which, like, I know a lot of people think, oh, it's just because we have more haste, but if you have more haste, you're also spending more Fury. So it's not that, it's just, that is a very significant amount. But it used to, like, massively overcap. And yeah. Okay, that doesn't even fit in that window anymore. Is that because this just flipped to mastery and put that over 100%? It totally is. What's the slash 2.25 even? Why is that there? I don't want that there. Okay. And I turned click through on, so I gotta turn it off. Let's see. Is Havoc stat pro changing much at midnight? No. No, it's gonna be hard stack crit mastery and Devourer's hard stack haste mastery. So, no matter what, you're gonna need some different gear between them. Okay, I think Aussie had to go for casting a while back. What are your guys' thoughts on how the chat looks on the left here? I think I like this layout for it. This looks clear to me compared to what I had before. Clean Mechanome icons. I imagine that has something to do with just using, like, upscaled icons? Something I could look at in the future. Probably not going to do it right now, to be honest. Wait. You can mute specific sounds? Holy shit. I need to ping range players. I could mute Xalatath. Okay, I'm muting minimap pings. Those actually bother the fuck out of me. Oh my god, there's so much in there. Anyway. With Leatrix sounds, you can mute any sound you want. I never realized this was a thing. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, you can post a link, Arpalms. I cannot guarantee that Nightbot will not just delete your link, but I'll be able to see it. In fact, it'll do it. It's gonna do it. Oh, so this will just sell grays. Okay, I'll probably look at that more later. Interesting. Hello, love your content, appreciate the dual stream. Thank you, Rayneg. I'm glad it worked. I just kind of like set up OBS entirely yesterday, put a bunch of time in, but didn't actually do any like live testing. And everything seems to be working just fine. Okay, gonna reload so everything saves. Also, a reminder to everyone to abandon all quests for tomorrow to save some time. True. That is the thing you could do. Question is, can I get rid of this top thing? Like, huh. Maybe it's part of enhanced QL by chance? Ah! I don't like that. I wasn't expecting it to start resizing random crap. So I can remove the clock. Okay, so I can do this. Bruh. Thank you for the resub, Fake Shoddy. Greatly appreciate it. Didn't do too bad this year after the coaching of probably 50 hours on target dummies across Season 3. Ended up with 92 average performance in Mythic. That's pretty good. That's definitely good. What if I do solid again? Border size of like 3. Set it to black. Nope, that doesn't look good. Back to 3. It's off by 1 pixel. No, it's still... Oh, god damn it. There's like some fraction of a pixel shit going on. Okay, well, it'll never be perfect, and I know that. And we never tell anybody. And thank you for the sub as well, Orion. Hey Shad, for Fel, is it better to line up your VR so you can get inertia on Demon Surges, or just set it on cooldown? Always line it up to your I-Beam. You want it to cover the I-Beam window in the Demon Surges. I-Beam's very important, as well as... Sorry, I-Beam's really important as well as the Demon Surges, and I-Beam itself does Demon Surge now, so you just want that whole window covered. And the idea is you kind of move your Immolation Auras to go over that window as well, so that it's also just going to benefit. So your Auras might be used, like, just before you go into an I-Beam window, for example, at least for AoE M+ builds. Impressive PC to dual streaming at 177 FPS in Tazavesh. Yeah, I bought a really good one for streaming, just at the end of last year. I think I've had this for about half a year now. And yeah, no, it's very good. I'm quite happy with it. If you had VR off cooldown, but I-Beam's up in 10 seconds, do you just hold it then? Yes. Because if you press it, it's never going to be synced. They have the exact same cooldown, so if you ever fuck up and they desync, hold Vengeful until the next I-Beam. Keep pressing I-Beam, but hold the Vengeful for the next I-Beam. Can you talk about Eradicate, how to position myself to make more damage? I mean, all it really is for Eradicate is, like... Let me see... 1 second here. Okay, I'm just gonna put a bunch of dummies down. And I'll swap to Devourer. Oh, we send the Hunt on cooldown? Yes, you send the Hunt on cooldown. You actually don't need to proc the inertia from the Hunt. Like, you could save it, as long as it doesn't overlap your next Vengeful, you can save it for as long as you want. It's still bugged where if the inertia buff expires, your next Fell Rush or Fell Blade still give you the buff anyway. Okay, and Annihilator Caster, good. So, for example, if you have a bunch of mobs here, and say your tank is standing here, like let's say I'm currently the tank. Let's say you're standing on your tank and just sitting here hitting, then the problem you're going to have here is that Eradicate's not just going to hit everything. So, like, I can hit Void Ray, and you can see Void Ray only hit the one of the three. I hit Eradicate. I think that one did hit all three, but you're likely to be able to miss, especially if it's like, oh, my priority is actually Rubbery Fish Head. And then when you Eradicate, it shoots at the fish head and doesn't hit the turnip. The solution to that would be you should just be playing further away, period, and try to have targets between you and your target. So if I'm casting from back here and I hit Eradicate on it, the turnip's going to get hit. But let's say there's a caster, like this is either a mob casting or one of the guys shooting from, what's it called, Priory. Then you want to make sure, again, that it's between you and the pack. So, when I'm Eradicating back here, and if you try to hit a mob that's more central, your Eradicate's always going to cleave everything, whereas if you're standing up in melee, and you're doing it from up here, you're likely to miss a mob or two, you're not hitting whatever's out. So it's usually just staying at range, is like the big thing. Hey, what's better for top damage slash parts for Devourer, Annihilator or Void Guard? Are you talking for Mythic Plus or Raid? I think Annihilator is better in Mythic Plus, and for Raid, you want to play Void Guard right now. Sorry, I'm changing a frame that you guys can't see, but it's just a bit off and I want to correct it. Both Mythic Plus and Raid ST/AoE. Are you dropping a Void Scarred Raid for Vid? Or Void Scarred Vid for Raid? I will be making Void Scarred videos in the future. I will say I'm not 100% certain what's going to be better for Raid for next tier yet. Because it's changing significantly from Prepatch to then. I need to actually even double check, but I want to say there was something cooked up with Sims where Annihilator was looking to be very, very slightly ahead. So, it might just be Annihilator, period, with Void Scarred being a little behind. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was mentioned that for pure single target, Annihilator even runs Hungering Slash and Devourer's Bite. But again, I'd have to look back into it. I'll definitely be making content and guides going into, like, Season 1, but Devour stuff's a little bit up in the air still. And I don't work on the APLs, but I just kind of pay attention to everything as they're going through it. Do you have your talent builds on your disc for all specs? No, I don't. Mostly, it's just sitting in my guide videos and then up on Wowhead. I don't believe I have them posted in my Discord. Your Annihilator video for both safe bet right now? Yeah, I'd say that's a safe bet for right now. You could just play Annihilator and get used to that. Annihilator's going to be a lot better in raids compared to how it is right now. Like, it's just right now Void Scarred is absolutely ahead in raid, but that's not going to be nearly the case next season. It's just got like a super degenerate build pre-Apex talents. The spec changes a good bit in how it deals damage once you get Apex. So the stuff that's up right now and like what people are running for Void Scarred isn't going to be the same as what they're going to be running next season. That's why I didn't bother making a guide on it, because it's like really just for pre-patch, which is over, well, tomorrow. Hell, we have, what, 21 hours left in pre-patch? Although I guess it is early access, but either way, it's less than a week. Watch your Devourer guide, very well put together. If I understood correctly, you almost never really care about moving into the fragments. Correct. You pretty much never want to intentionally walk into the fragments, because either they're going to pick themselves up, or they're down on the ground and they're going to increase the damage of a Eradicate or a Reap because of this talent, Soul Shaper. So all that really happens, outside of a couple niche scenarios, is any that you pick up just won't be picked up through Soul Shaper and increase the damage of Reap. That may not be true if you're sitting at, like, say, 48 out of 50 souls before pressing meta. I might pick up a couple, depending on the scenario for that, or picking up souls to get a collapsing star before I fall out of meta towards the end of my metamorphosis. When can we expect the next updated Devourer vid for both Mythic Plus and Raid top damage builds? I want to say it'd be at least a few weeks. We don't actually start Heroic Raid, and Mythic Plus won't even be open at this time until March 17th. What I don't want to do is make the video before the season starts, and then have the information instantly get outdated, because they either change how the spec plays, or the information off of Sims is just wrong. That's kind of what I'm looking to avoid. So, it might even be closer to a month. Mythic Plus opens 1 month from now. Yeah, Mythic Plus isn't open until March 24th. That's what I was saying. 17th, like, we don't even have M Plus yet. Season 1 technically starts on the 17th, though, with Heroic Raid. Right back. 1 second, guys. Was just double checking on my slow cooker. I got food cooking for tonight. Pork chops cooked in mushroom soup, pretty much. I'm so excited to eat. I am so hungry. That smells so damn good. Probably gonna be like over another hour before I can really start the rice and everything for it, though. Hey, what's up, Divine? One video you did last year that I love, that I hope you continue forward, was when you did guides for the raid fights as Havoc and walked through. That was so helpful. I do definitely plan on doing that again. If anything, I kind of want to do more raid content going forward than I've done in the past. It's just... I think in general, it's just hard for me to balance what exactly to put out and what to put time into. Because, like, I find those can take a lot of time for me, and I need to really know a fight to be confident in making them. Also, is your build for Annihilator better than the one with Hungering Slash? For Mythic Plus, yes, absolutely. In pure single target, I don't think so. But again, I'd need to really look into what's looking better for next season. I haven't looked that deep for Devourer yet, because I've just been waiting for them to really actually optimize and fix all the Sims. Especially because Sims had so many bugs and so much implementation that needed to go in. Do you think Havoc's too weak to main? No. I also think if you're seeing C or D tier, that's outdated as well. As far as I know, even Petco moved it up to top of B or bottom of A tier, was what I had heard. Like when I went on Max's tier list, I put our bottom of A as well. Havoc's actually pretty good, it's just Devourer's better. How difficult would you say Devourer is to play optimally compared to Havoc and M+? So... conceptually, I think Devourer, like Annihilator Devourer, is quite easy. It's easy to understand, but incredibly difficult to play at a high level. Because on Havoc, if you're having gaps in your globals, you definitely lose some damage here and there, but it's really not that big of a deal. On Devourer, when you start losing globals, your damage, it is incredibly impactful. And maintaining perfect uptime is not something that most players can do well. So I don't really have a good answer. For me, I found it was pretty seamless for me to go into it and play it, but I know that's not going to be the case for everyone. So I'm a little hesitant to give like a clear answer on that. Easy to understand, very difficult to play at like max efficiency, and really punishing when you aren't. You mean max roll tier list? No, Liquid Maximum, the biggest of the WoW streamers. He does a community tier list. It's honestly a big meme, if anything. Some useful information and stuff on it, but like it's not something to take super serious. Thank you for the resub, Vin. How are you doing? Yeah, the Demencius guide was good. And, like, that one I split apart because I did it while I was doing the fight on Prague. And I think for, like, an end boss that makes sense, but for most other bosses it should just be one video. Yeah, it's just whatever I have the drive for is kind of what I'll be doing. Like, if I'm just not feeling like making a certain kind of video, then at the end of the day, I'm probably just not going to make it, because the quality is going to be so much worse. And then I'm pretty ADHD, and I jump around with what I want to do a lot of the time, so that makes my content be pretty... I want to say sporadic. That's probably not the word I'm going for, but the kinds of content I do hop around a lot, more so than I have times where I don't have content. I'm kind of just always slamming out content for now. You broke your temporary crown off a chicken tender yesterday, and then my tooth that's getting a root canal broke a piece off, so I'm going through dental challenges on this midnight eve. That is tragic. Only like, I want to say it was like 6 weeks ago, maybe a little longer. Really early in the leveling process, when I started leveling in WoW Classic, my tooth just kind of like chipped the bottom of it off and broke off during a stream while I was eating popcorn. I was wildly upset about it. It's all fixed now. What kind of chicken tenders are you eating to break a crown? Do you think Devourer will be top spec throughout the season? I suspect it will. Right now, it's tuned like a top spec, like top 3 in Raid and Mythic Plus. We know there's going to be a lot of tuning, but I believe that Blizzard is going to intentionally keep Devourer tuned very well because it is like the shiny new spec that people want to play. Which isn't a bad thing, but that's kind of my expectation. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. It very well could change. So keep that in mind. Let me resize this a little bit. I'm gonna shrink that down. That looks better. Broke 100 subscribers and it started overlapping my frame. You swapped to Sophic Devotion? I swapped to Sophic when you still could on one of my weapons, and then they removed the ability to do so. It's slightly better, so I'm not gonna like change it, but it doesn't matter much. Stat squishes are always such a joke. Move mini shadow over. Move subscribers down a couple ticks and over a few. Boom. Okay. I like how that's set up. As for professions, I mean, I guess it always comes down to like how much time you want to put in and whether you're talking gathering or like actually making stuff. I feel like jewel crafting will probably be a good one for crafting. I'm gonna stick leatherworking. Oh wait, fuck. It's my alt that's leatherworking. GG. Well, I'm engineering alchemy. My alt's gonna be leatherworking. Hey, the good news for me is I'm leveling that alt first, so. And then, yeah, my druid alt's gonna be my herbalism mining, I guess. What mount is that? God damn it, it dismounted me right as you asked. Hold on. Purple kitty in my favorites. Not that. This. Void Crystal Panther from Jewel Crafting? Does that mean I must have just bought it? I don't know how I got it. Definitely looks similar to that one, though. Maybe there just isn't one up right now, because this actually looks like it's per server. Yeah, no, definitely. Just Void Crystal version of one of those. Havoc Prepatch burst is nuts. First pull with less than Halls almost did 320k TPS. Yeah, I think I broke like 6 to 700k burst on the pull after Halkias and Halls. And it's not getting worse going into next expansion, really. It's just got good burst. Now, the big question I have is, why did these not snap together? Why? Okay. Now I can put it down here. It won't group. Good. Did you end up watching Fallout Season 2? Yes. Yeah, we finished that. Personally, I was really happy as, like, a New Vegas fan. I thought the sets were, like, incredibly done. Michelle didn't like it as much, but she has not played New Vegas yet. That'll get fixed, don't worry. I can definitely understand, though. Like, there's definitely less to that season, but I just felt like the world design felt so insanely good. You think GT will be fixed for Mythic Plus? I think GT will be fixed, but I'm not going to run it in Mythic Plus. I think Essence Break's just better. Yeah, no, it really didn't feel like there was that much story progression for length of season. Could have sped it up a little bit. Yeah, I was kind of surprised how much effort seemed to go into that Novak set for how, short of a time they showed it. But, I don't know. In general, I was just really happy. It was very true to New Vegas. Are you a 40k guy at all? I don't even know what that means, so no. No, I'm not. Let's get into a key as Devourer. I'm probably going to end stream soon, but I'd like to get a key done first. For no real reason other than I can. Oh, this is the history window. I see. Retail M+ keys on the eve of the X-Pack? Gotta do something. I still don't know why this is showing a second percentage on Mastery. But whatever. Got the stats showing. What I could do here is recolor a little bit. Me realizing none of the ones I changed saved because I didn't hit OK. Frickin'. Okay. Those seem a little more visible to me. And then I can turn back on click-through. And I can reload to make sure everything saves. Let me go update my add-ons too. I do wonder... if there's a chance that Plater made it so I can actually change the size of friendly players' nameplates. It would definitely be nice to get a remake of those games. I'm not, like, I'm not banking on it happening, I guess. I don't want to be let down. Okay, did they make this editable in size yet? No, god damn it. Well, wait, this isn't even enabled. What happens if I enable it? But why? Oh. I like that. I think that's what I want. Thank you for the follow, Eknems. Random question. In iBeam Windows and AoE, if you have an ammo charge, do you press it over an Annihilation or just spam Annies until it drops? It depends. If the pack's gonna live for, like, the duration of the Immolation Aura, I'm hitting that Immolation Aura. If it's not going to, it's being saved for the next pack. That's kind of more what I'm thinking about. And then if it's like the pull has a significant portion of time left, and I'm gonna be able to send that Immolation Aura like even 10 seconds from now, and it's still gonna hit the whole pack, then I can just finish out the iBeam window hitting Annihilations. Appreciate you. Your guide's been a godsend learning, DH. Hell yeah, glad to help. Appreciate hearing it too. Damn, there's no Salazar behind me. I was going for the big reveal on him. Okay. Why did my minimap move? Okay, well, I don't trust that now that I know that it changes, so that's annoying. why crit is important for Dev. It's not important. It's just your stats scale off of one another, so like at a certain point it's gonna beat out other stats. That's all. Devourer does have a node that makes their critical strikes do 240% damage. So that's why it's like better than you might expect without any interaction. But there's no important interaction to critical strike or anything like that. It's just all the sims. That's it. Okay, well, this... I think I saw a save and exit. Hold on. Where did I see that setting? Map, something about the cluster. Oh. That's funny. Whatever, I already set this up. Wow. This is... I just updated. This wasn't here before. That's funny. Whatever. That's all for now. There we go. Now this should make it so that I can move the minimap up. Okay, that's fixed. What are you using to get FPS / latency under your map? Enhance QOL. Which is the add-on I'm opening here. This just seems to do a ton of stuff in general. Oh my god. But what I did here was I added data panels, and then after I add them in edit mode, they're just editable, and you can change whatever you want showing. So I have this one here for FPS and time. I have this one here for my stats, critical strike, haste, mastery, verse, and I have this one down here, bottom left, for combat time, durability, and my loot spec. I didn't get it to snap to my minimap. I lined it up perfectly. That was done manually. That was not a snap. You know, you say pixel perfect, but if you look very closely, and I'm gonna bump this over a pixel to compensate, but I can't get it to be the exact same size as the minimap. If you look on the right side, there's like a little pixel that it goes over the edge. But for some reason, when I reduce it, then it's a fraction of a pixel smaller than the minimap. So I'm just gonna pretend that I don't see that anymore and try to forget about it. The bottom edge isn't matching your HP unit frame. I know, but the cast bar is. Those are all on cooldown. Wait.
I cannot use that.
My cast bar was. I changed it. Right. Hold up. I could move those down now. That's something I'll look at later. I'm not going to do it right now. But that was something that was bothering me. And then I did move my cast bar. Yeah, because I put the buffs under it. It used to be that my cast bar was down below the buffs, and it lined up perfectly here. The problem is, when I change specs, it's going to move again. Yeah, this add-on has so much shit in it. That will definitely be getting mentioned in the next video as well. Let's see here. Do I want to fuck this right now? Like, I do. I do. I'm gonna fuck with it right now. Okay. Wrong way. It's not perfect. Okay, well. I moved that down 6, which means I need to move my cast bar up 6 to 99. And then I can go into edit mode and move this down. Oh, I knew it didn't line up from before. The fact it still doesn't line up bothers me. But it has something to do with the frame on it, and I don't know how to fully correct all that right now, but it lines up better. Oh shit, welcome back for the 18 months, JT. Looks good from your house, hell yeah, Ziggy. Man, I am actually really happy that Twitch unbanned, or like, took away the restriction of not being able to have merged chats, because that was the one thing keeping me from streaming to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and I think this is just a good idea long term. Thank you for the follow uppercut. Okay, let's get into a key. Ideally, one that has a tank already, so we don't wait a year and a half. 17 holes could be a vibe. Oh yeah, my food is coming along. It's looking good. Alright, this was Halls, right? It is. Also, if anyone wasn't aware... Dude. I opened this one, I'm just stupid. I just started hitting every keybind. Bigwigs made it so that your teleports are on this page now, just like the weak auras, where you can go click it. I'm just gonna use the washroom, and then we do a key. I think I can remove Nightbot specifically. Let me do that again, actually. Good call. Ah! Oh, god damn it. I keep hitting that X. Alright, chat's back. Okay, so, like, if I do this now... It'll do the talents command. Right, that's why, because I don't see Nightbot on my end anymore. But I think that's fine. Because I can see it on my summary. Oh, the other thing was I needed to change the scale. Right. I actually changed this when I was trying to change how it looked like on my end, and I forgot to re-change the scale. It's bigger than I need it to be. I have, like, my screen minimized and I can read the text clearly. So I definitely made the text too big. Alright, at some point the messages will get smaller. Although, I'm also gonna want to do... I'll just get rid of the background opacity. Okay. At some point, it'll update. Still badly wish you proctored nurse the old way. Understandable. I kind of feel the same. Okay. I made the chat a little bit smaller. The little faint background on it will go away soon, too. And then it won't look weird overlapping my party frames. Do I really only show 3 buffs?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Isn't Glaive Tempest better than Essence Break for M+? No, I don't think so.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Setting my focus so that I can kick the cast on that guy. Same thing I mentioned before. Keeping a bit of range makes it easier to hit everything. Gonna hit the Void Ray, swap to meta, hit the Eradicate after, Void Ray again, and Eradicate again. Collapsing Star before I Eradicate, so I don't waste souls. Gonna blur because I have no guarantee this buff is getting pulled off me right now. Should have used Collapsing Star before I Eradicate it there too. This one's fine. I missed my Void Ray. I think I'm gonna get popped here, so hit a defensive 4. Yeah, this is Annihilator. I think Annihilator's hands down better than Void's Garden Keys. Definitely a bit easier. More punishing if you mess up, I think, though. Just need to really maintain uptime is all. Sucks. 5 seconds on Shadow Melt there. barely couldn't get another Void Ray off. Would have got another Collapsing Star with it too. Tragic. My details works, yours doesn't. I did just update it again today. It'll, like, break every so often, though, and I need to reset it. Is it correct for Dev to get into meta if you can press... Start read when I can. But yeah, definitely watch my Devourer guide, if anything. Gonna be a lot better than an answer I can give in the middle of a key. That was a really bad meta press.
Like all the rest.
I'm in danger. Okay, turned into a pretty good meta press because we did this here. Lucky me. Yeah, typically I bring the Eradicate into meta instead of pressing before. Unless you have 3 stacks of Voidfall, because then you want to drop the Voidfalls first, because meta's going to generate 3 more. But otherwise you want to bring the Eradicate in, because then this Eradicate does massive damage. Peaky little shift through. How does one play Devourer? That's a loaded question, RCT. Sheesh. Give me a second on that. Notice that sometimes Collapsing Stars fail to cast a Trinket. Actually, it specifically doesn't press the Trinket with how my macro is set up. It'll only press it on the actual meta press, because it's trying to cast it after Collapsing Star gets pressed, and Collapsing Star is... That was sketchy, sorry. Because Collapsing Star is a cast, it can't actually Trinket during it. So it saves your Trinket for, like, a full meta, as opposed to, like, oh, the last Collapsing Star, this meta, just use my Trinket. But I can always manually press V to use my Trinket. You don't want it on every Collapsing Star, so I use mine situationally. Which is, like, actually how I use mine here. Damn it, I need the link for my Devourer video for the YouTube chat. I wish Nightbot was working over there, RCT. But, on my YouTube, I have a Devourer guide. I'll get you the link in a second for that. After this boss dies, I can do it. Okay. Stream Manager, here it is. Copy. Paste into... Okay, that should work. It was hard to go and get that linked while still trying to parse. It's so weird to play, yeah. Specifically, Voidsguard's super cringe to play right now, but honestly, I just recommend playing and learning Annihilator to start, because its playstyle won't change much into Midnight, where Voidsguard's gonna change a pretty decent bit, I believe. Also for keys, I think Annihilator's just better anyway. Like, this shit cranks. You have exactly 5 seconds to go through, or wait, 40. Okay, we're committing to waiting. You need the DH tier set. It doesn't change playstyle at all, it's literally just damage. All tier sets right now are just damage. Gonna sub to your channel, always been lurking on your channel, big appreciate, man. I appreciate RCT, thank you. Which do you think will be Raid Hero talent? That, I don't really know yet. I suspect that there will be both Devourer and Annihilator played in Raid, depending on the fight and, like, the fight damage profiles. Have you tried Active Soul Immolation any? No. I haven't. I don't think there's much reason to play it, to be honest. It's, like, really min-maxy for not much gain, if any. Did you try this new UI in Mythic Raid? And if so, what's the FPS you're getting? Yep, I don't know the FPS I get offhand, but I have absolutely no problems in Raid now. Agree to do Collapsing Star and then just hit the shift after. Collapsing Star before I eradicate. Hopefully that guy doesn't stun me. That would have been cringe. Hydrate. Cat's back to normal. Not back to normal, because it's a new setup, but yeah, I like this one. I'll drink water soon. Also, that doesn't show up in my chat anymore, which makes me sad. It's okay. It is readable, that's accurate. What do you what thing? Doesn't show up in chat. Doesn't show up in my chat, because my chat's something showing YouTube plus Twitch now. I hear the alert, though, and then I can look at my alert feed. Oh, I see. My bad. Melding. That's my mistake. I didn't know we were coming out with it. We're a self-run zoo. That's pretty much true. Our GM is technically Arissa, who technically doesn't raid with us, but is the treasurer for Liquid. Our technical GM is XMAP, but he doesn't remember anything or the fact that he's the GM, so I don't know if that counts either. thinking about streaming midnight tomorrow for 12 hours straight. I have a feeling that's what I'm gonna be doing, so... Oh, no. I don't have Shadow Meld again, I'll just stun. Yeah, I was getting sucked off, so I'll stop that really quick. That's on the Shaman, and I don't think they have any idea. The Shaman's actually brain dead. We're dead. We should be dead. I'm officially out of buttons.
You may join my congregation.
This guy has timed to 19 halls, and he doesn't know that you have to put the ghost in the fucking lantern? Like, what?
I'm out of range. Your penance is at hand. Their pain shall enlighten you.
I'm actually just shook. Like... There's no way the Shaman did that and then blamed the group for it.
Their pain shall enlighten you. Their pain shall enlighten you.
Yeah, I guess it's very likely he's just used to sounds, but like, oh my god, he's sitting there with a ghost just hitting him in the... Well, I say hitting him, it doesn't actually hit you. But he's just standing there with a ghost in his face, not noticing. It's crazy to me. I think he knew the mechanic, he just... Dude, why do people come up here with this? Tank it on the souls. I don't understand why anyone comes up here.
It seems I must deal with you myself. Be gone, level!
It's crazy that this is still gonna be a timed key, but... I'm still just shook that that happened.
You are no match for my power! Out of my way! I am losing my patience. You are no match for my power! I am losing my patience. The enema overflows.
I'm also shocked that people still don't know how to double soak here.
You are beneath my contempt.
You wouldn't Collapsing Star first meta of GCD or first GCD of meta anyway. You want to get Void Ray on cooldown. Collapsing Star is not a cooldown, and you have room to overcap some souls anyway.
I have anima to spare. Out of my way.
If you're gonna overcap, you should see Star first. You literally can't be overcapping if you press Void meta.
Pitiful wretches.
Because when you press Void meta, it's gonna, with the Apex, give you the Collapsing Star and put you at 30 souls. Is it good to play Paradon and Lily Trinket both? Is Paradon Parapodia? Yeah, they're good. I don't have Lily, so I'm running a Raz, and then I have Diamantine Core. So if you gen 13 and suck in one, you lose this one soul. Yeah, and I still stand by you want to get Void Ray on cooldown. It is better to press Void Ray first and overcap a soul than it is to every high beta pusher see starting first. That doesn't mean it's correct. Hard disagree on that. Also, Void Ray damage absolutely fucking matters. Obviously right now it's weird, but like Collapsing Star literally matters less than getting more Meta Void Rays and Eradicates. And if you're going for the Collapsing Star hard cast first every single time, you're losing 2 seconds off your Void Ray cooldown every time for sometimes overcapping a soul or two. And it just doesn't matter. You're gonna get more Void Rays out consistently that way. Absolutely Void Ray first meta GCD, not Collapsing Star. What's add-on using to track your casts? This is from Enhanced QOL. And it's just from the action tracker here. You'll challenge me next year when we have more concrete info. Aight. What went wrong? We timed the key. But that Ellie Shaman was, like, actually fucking stupid. Good God. He just straight up let a soul sit on him for, like, 45 seconds, so we had 2 souls out at once on the third boss. And then he got another one and didn't run it in again, and then we wiped. And then he tried blaming the other ranged. I don't know, honestly, like, to me, this is the equivalent of pressing Reaver's Glaive before pressing, Sigil of Spite, because you already have a Glaive. But, like, obviously, with Reaver's Glaive, you couldn't overcap, but, like, it just does not matter if you overcap a couple stars, or, sorry, a couple souls. You're going to consistently get more souls by pressing the Void Ray first, including if you overcap. You'll just consistently generate more and do more damage. It's just hands down better. Unless you're bringing an Eradicate into Void or into meta, because if you bring Eradicate in, then you're gonna stack yourself up to 40, and then in that case, if you Void Raid into Eradicated, you're gonna massively overcap. But you don't always bring an Eradicate in. But, like, that's different. In the case of just pressing meta and then you have Collapsing Star or Void Ray to hit, you press Void Ray. But yeah, with Eradicate, you definitely would go for that. Right. Hydrate. Thank you for the follow, Restless. I need to figure out what I want to do with my activity feed and... yeah. Part of me wants to get a 3-monitor setup. Feel like that would help a lot. You cleaned out Fortune's bags tonight? Swivel, are you gonna die? I know all of your bags were 100% full, with 0 slots left. Alright, Julie, I super hydrated. Bottle's empty. And I drank a decent bit of that bottle before I refilled it today, so... I'm at my goal for the day. I'd be down for Mayhem pretty soon. I am actually just gonna end stream about now, I think. I was just looking to do like a 4-ish hour stream today. We're there. Okay, and I do have a view count thing, and I can see who's watching YouTube versus Twitch. What does this button do? That pulls up my stream. Okay, that's good to know too. Interesting. Okay, I think everything's like set up in a way that I am happy with. So, alright, chat. Alright, chats, both of you, Twitch and YouTube. Appreciate you guys. I am going to stop streaming for the night, and I will be streaming again tomorrow for midnight. I'm definitely going to start with leveling my second DH. Keeping my main to level with Michelle. Probably going to do that off stream as well. But yeah, level second DH. Probably my Druid next, just because I want it for like herbing and stuff, and honestly, I just kind of like doing that the first few weeks of an expansion. And we'll take it from there. I don't know how long leveling's going to take or anything. We'll see. But yeah, I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Oh no, my stop streaming button doesn't work.